Hello, all you fine, beautiful people. I'm back here once again with another video, and today I'm going to be ranking all the Guns N' Roses song in Tier Maker. For those of you who don't know, growing up, I actually really enjoyed listening to Guns N' Roses. I go through spurts now where I do go listen to them. I think they're a band that I know a lot of people hate. I know a lot of people can't stand Axl Rose's voice. I can see where they're coming from. They might hate certain songs. Certain songs got massively overplayed, but I think they still have some kick-ass songs. And I thought, you know what? I kind of debated doing an album one, but they don't necessarily have a ton of albums to do a tier list with. So I thought, you know what? Why don't we just go do the tier make pretty much go with the songs and see where I put in the songs. I also have done one for The Doors and Pink Floyd as well. So I thought, you know what? Guns N' Roses, another band I know very well. Uh, in the future, I think for these, especially studio albums, I like a band to usually have between 8+ albums to kind of do this with. That way it's not like just 4 or 5 albums or even 2 or 3 where they get put on here, because I think that's somewhat kind of really just a waste of a video. Those ones I can do more of with something else. There is a band I'm looking at doing just a solo one, not a tier maker, but an album rankings. Comment down below which bands you want to see. If you want to see me do some of those, put them down below. But anyway, let's get into this. Let's start off with the first song off Appetite for Destruction. We got Welcome to the Jungle. Where to put Welcome to the Jungle? I know a bunch of people would probably put it up here. For me, I think it's a good song. I really like, especially in the middle section where Slash is doing kind of like some slide work on there. I think that's quite interesting. I like his tone on here. But yeah, it's one of those songs. I wonder if the reason it's not up in here for me is that I've just heard it way too much. But yeah, I still think it's a pretty good, like it's a song. Like this would be masterpiece. This would probably be like it end up on like their greatest hits album. So yeah, to be up there. It's so easy. I'll put that in B. Just a step below Welcome to the Jungle. I love that song. One thing I love about it is Axel singing at that lower register, not like way up here singing, but he's singing down in like a lower register. And I always find that works amazing. Uh, I love the chorus. It's so easy, easy when everybody's trying to please me, baby. Yeah, it's just such a really good chorus to the song, and love the frantic energy of it. It's a really good song. On to the next song, Night Train. I love this song. This is S tier Guns N' Roses for me. I always love that na 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 na, and Flash and Izzy on guitars. Just wow. Uh, I really like it for the fact of like even Axel on here. Like there's one line, wake up late, honey, put on your clothes and take your credit card to the liquor store. Remember that's two for you or one for you or two for me by tonight or something like that. I've always loved that line of that song. And I love how it builds and builds, and yeah, just a great song. Next song on here, Out to Get Me. Gonna put that in B. I'm gonna put that in above It's So Easy. I've always loved this. This feels like a rebellious, just kind of that whole thing. They're out to get me. Oh man, I love that song. It's just really it's one of those where I've listened to and I've always liked it. I should have mentioned at the beginning, these lists are very subjective. I know where I might have some songs Other people might not, so I understand that. But yeah, I think that is like kick-ass song. Mr. Brownstone. Hmm. I'm probably gonna put this. Oh, where to put this? Probably ahead of Welcome to the Jungle. I love that song. Like it just has that killer opening, that pick slide going down. Uh, nice drums and bass by Duff McKagan and Steven Adler really work. And once again, Axl Rose at like a lower register. Just love the sound of his voice like that. It's kind of a shame that he tried to always be like this air raid siren at times, but when he's down lower, like I enjoy his voice there a lot more. But there's a line in that song. Used to get up whenever, used to get up on time, but that old man, he's a real mother effer. Gonna take kick him on down the line. Love that from there. Uh, Paradise City, the next song. Other than Welcome to the Jungle, it might actually be one of their most famous songs after that because I always hear it on the radio. I always hear it at bars. Paradise City. Yeah, I have to put it up here in S tier Guns N' Roses. It is a really good song. Uh, love the energy, love that riff. Um, love how it starts off so melodic and stuff, and then it breaks into like the hard rock, goes into like fast paced metal. Uh, just really grabs you and takes you, but it takes you on journeys of peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Something I love about it, Slash's guitar playing on this whole album was just superb. Uh, but I think the other guy in the band that doesn't get really enough credit is Izzy Stradlin. Love Izzy Stradlin's guitar playing. Duff McKagan's bass, just infectious on this. Like to anyone who's really tried learning any of these songs, it takes a little bit of time to learn them, and especially like love it. Like it just has such a great riff to it. Next one on here, uh, I remember seeing My Michelle, and I remember when I started learning to play guitar, I had not listened to Guns N' Roses, but I'd seen a book in the music store and it struck me. It was like Guns N' Roses, wish I had it around here. Guns N' Roses like greatest hits. And there was a song in there called My Michelle. Because I was just reading through it, I was looking through the tablature, seeing how they work. And I remember seeing My Michelle and the line, Daddy works in porno now that mommy's not around. He used to love she used to love her heroin, but now she's underground. And it's like, what the heck am I listening to? And it's like sowing all your wild oats and the wildest fantasies. Yesterday was Tuesday, maybe Thursday, you can sleep, but school starts much too early and this hotel wasn't free. So party to your connection goes and then return the key. Like I was like, what the heck is going on here? And heard the song and I'm like, yeah, I really, really dig this song. I think this is like for me up there. Like there's something about the way it starts. Once again, that melodic guitar playing kind of similar to Paradise City, but I love that. Dan, 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 dan. It's like just this sinister feel. It's really down and sleazy, is I think the best way to put it. Think About You. It's kind of, I think, if there's a weak song on that album, I think it is. That's one of the weaker songs on there. I have to put that there. I can't put it ahead of any of these other ones. It's a song I'm not a huge fan of. Sweet Child of Mine. This might, it's one of the first riffs I learned to play on guitar, but as the song as a whole, probably about a B. Like, I know some people might put it up here, might be S tier, even A tier. For me, it's a B tier song. I've never been like a massive, massive, massive fan of this. I think Slash's guitar solo on it's good in that, but it's not Paradise City. It doesn't have that frantic energy. I wonder if it's one of those songs where it's just I've heard it way too much that I just think, you know what, it is it's not a song I go back to very often. And ranking it out of their discography, I think there is a lot better material out of there. Uh, the more faster version of your crazies next. Gonna put that there. It's not that I'm a fan of the song. I I think it comes to the fact that the other You're Crazy, I think is a far superior song. I think it's way too fast. I wish they would have put the Lies version on here because I think that is a better song, and I think quite honestly it would have been another hit. Anything Goes. Ooh, I'm gonna put it ahead of Sweet Child of Mine. I love that song. Uh, I think it's a definitely a B-side song for me, but it's just the down and dirty raunchiness, how panties down your knees with your ass in the breeze, doing that ground with the bump and squeeze. Just fantastic. Like I'm listening to this, I'm listening to what sounds like Slash on a talk box, and then having like Axel's vocals with it. Killer song. Like nothing out of here is below a C, so there's only like two C's. I'm not in the camp that says Appetite for Destruction is a perfect album. I think there is flaws to it, just from those two songs. But if you're telling me you released a whole album and the worst thing that's on it is like a C, I think you know what, you have a pretty good album. Rocket Queen, my favorite song off that album. Definitely S tier for me. Uh, love that song. The slide opening, the whole. I love the ending to the song so much, but I love the way you get there with like the slides. Then you kind of pick it up tempo wise, and then you get. Oh, I wish I could remember exactly how it goes because I remember. Like, I love the chorus, "Here I am, your rocket queen, oh yeah." Just a great song, and then you get, like, the whole middle where he's, like, doing slide as well. Then you get, like, all the, sex coming in, being played in, like, the middle part, and I love it when it gets the breakdown. I think it's a perfect album closer for this album, and I love the way I saw you standing on your own. It's just has a feel to it that I absolutely love, and I love the way it just keeps building, building, building. It's like I always wanted to know that I care at the end, and it's just yeah, really kick-ass song. It is my favorite song off that whole album, and surprisingly, I believe the longest song off that album. Really good. Shadow of Your Love. Wonder why this is here. Because I know on stuff like I know the Gunspox that they came out with, I want to say in the early 2000s had this on it. Like a lot of their original stuff, like Shadow of Your Love, original versions of like Anything Goes, Reckless Life, I believe was on there as well, a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, Shadow of Your Love. Where would I put it? Yeah, I'll probably put it C. Yeah, it was always a song that I'm like, yeah, this is definitely it was kind of that in between. I'm not even sure if it was actually Slash on that version I heard. Like it could have even been Tracy Guns or another guitar player they had at the time. Uh, on to the album Lies is next. Reckless Life. Uh Not a huge fan of Reckless Life. Put it there. It's definitely a C. Nice Boys. That I had a Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah, I think that goes. And to be fair, I think the only reason I like this more than this is because I've heard this way too much. It's been massively overplayed. Move to the City. I absolutely love this song. Pack your bags and you move to the city. There's something missing here at home. Love that. Put that there. Mama Kin. Hmm. Put it in between It's So Easy and Anything Goes There. Goes there. Patience. Where to put this? I love this song a lot. Like these four were kind of like recorded for an EP they did, and then these last four were all like kind of originals. Patience is a hard song for me to place, but I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it between Night Train and Paradise City. I absolutely love that song. Great ballady song. Always been a favorite of mine. Love the way it ends, where it's kind of like the whole song's acoustic, it's ballady of Slash soloing. It just stops, and you're thinking, okay, maybe this song's over. Then it just starts coming back in with acoustic, and then it's like, ooh yeah, just a little patience, and then builds it, and then you get like this great Axel performance on there, and it's just magical. It's virtually like one of the songs I used to always sing at karaoke. Love it. Used to love her right there. Love that song. Just used to love her. Ooh, yeah, but I had to kill her. I used to love her. Ooh, yeah, but I had to kill her. Oh man, just a great song. Uh, some might think I'm crazy with this version of You're Crazy. Put up there in between Paradise City and Rocket Queen. I love that song. Just oh, love it. One in a Million, one of the most controversial songs they ever did. For me, probably in between Welcome to the Jungle and Move to the City. Or maybe not. Actually, you know what? Other side of Move to the City. Right there. Or would I put it there? Let me think about this a little more. One in a Million. Yeah, I gotta put it in B. I don't think it's A tier. And I really had to think about that for a minute because it's like, I don't think One in a Million is A tier. I think it's a great song, like, I really do. It's one of those where it's telling a story from a different perspective, and it's really, yeah. It's amazing that I've gone this far, and really I haven't hit anything that I don't feel is, like, below C tier. So it's starting off pretty strong. Right next door to Hell, I'll put that, yeah, I'll put that right there. We're starting off with Use Your Illusions 1 now. Definitely there. Dust and Bones, and a rare Izzy Stradlin song. Definitely gonna put it between Your Crazy and Reckless Life. I think it is C tier. Live and Let Die. Not a huge fan of this cover. There's just something about the Paul McCartney one that's just magical. This one's good, but where to put this? Probably gonna put this between. Probably put it after Mama Kin because I think the Mama Kin version is actually better than the Aerosmith version they did. Don't Cry, the original. Don't you cry tonight. I still love you, baby. Put it up there just before Sweet Child of Mine. Another massively overplayed song. Perfect Crime. My follow the way to see where the heck this is gonna go. Try to remember what the heck's on this because Perfect Crime just doesn't seem familiar to me. So I'll put a D. You Ain't the First. I believe this is kind of like one of those like acoustical ballad type things they did. It's another one that's D tier for me. Was never a fan of it. Bad Obsession is A tier. Or is it? Yeah, it's not there. It's not above Move to the City. Back Off Bitch. I really like this song. Down on it, saying that I need for more, but they lie for me. You can be sure. Gonna put it in between Welcome to the Jungle and Mr. Brownstone. Love that song. Double Talk and Jive. Yeah, I'll put in C. November Rain. Hmm. Another massively overplayed song, but I'll give it its credit. Hmm, where would I rank it among these songs? Because I still think it's an A tier song. I'll put it in between Move to the City and Bad Obsession. Yeah. The Garden. Guns N' Roses with Alice Cooper. I believe this was his helping him out for Slash doing He's Stupid with them. I absolutely love this song. Probably in between there for me. Garden of Eden, probably put it down there. Don't remember it. Like I down in the Garden of Eden. I remember it's a fast-paced Garden of Eden. It's really fast, but it didn't really do it for me. Don't damn me when I say this is the matter. Don't damn me. Probably at the beginning of C tier, I think. Yeah. Goes Bad Apples. Probably right there. Dead Horse. I absolutely love this song. Not that you can. Sometimes I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. Yeah, probably in between, or probably, yeah, at the start of, maybe it's the start of C tier? Actually, no. I'll put it in between, Nice Boys and Anything Goes. I really love that song. Coma, instant S tier. Do I like Coma more than I like Rocket Queen? I don't know, but for now it's going in between Rocket Queen and You're Crazy. I love it. Doon 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 da doon doo 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 doo. Oh man, love that riff. That opening bass line from Duff McKagan. Just Chef's Kiss. Great song. Axel is on like kind of live like you're a coma. I don't think I wanna. Love it, and I love the way it builds. It builds some great soloing from Slash. Love the taping of like "Shock 'Em Again," and just the whole song going around, and it builds like this crescendo of Axel, just like in any of "No Way Out Alive," and the way he holds that note is it's like that final note of the song he's holding. It is so perfect because he holds it to the point where it's almost like it feels uncomfortable with the feedback, and it works so well. Civil War for me, In Between Patience and Paradise City. I love that song. What we've got here is failure to communicate. And I love the lyrics to the song. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful song. Quite honestly, one of the most beautiful, well written songs they ever written. And I love how it goes from like soft and just the aggression in it. Slash's wah playing on this is phenomenal. And I love the way it ends, where it's like going along and it ends with just the rain coming down and him going, "What's so civil about war anyway?" Perfect. 14 years. For me, in between November Rain and Move to the City. Another song sung by Izzy. It's been 14 years of sadness. It's been 14 years of pain. Just a great song. Uh, also, like, it's just really good. I love it. Yesterday, there was so many times that I was never shown that this is a C song. Not a huge fan of it. Knocking on Heaven's Door, for me, I'll put it behind Live and Let Die. But hear me out on this. I think this song is too long. I think they draw it out. I seen them back in a 20, oh god, what year was that? In 2017, 2018 or something? No, it wouldn't have been 2018 because I think I had the channel then. It was before that. I want to say 2017. I seen them when they came to Edmonton, and I heard them play Knocking on Heaven's Door, and that Knocking on Heaven's Door went on so long that it's like, can it please be over? Get in the Ring. Hate that song. Shotgun Blues. Probably put it there. Breakdown. I love this. I love in the middle where Axel does the whole, to anyone who has seen, it's an old film, A Vanishing Point. There is a section in the middle of this song where it is, I believe, Axel or whoever recreating uh, the guy on the radio as Kowalski's driving his Challenger, I believe, down the highway being chased by the cops. And it's just a great song. It has like a lot of that like southern rock feel to it. Rebellious, always love that song. For me, probably Be There. Pretty Tied Up. Probably right there. Locomotive. Hmm. Probably in between Pretty Tied Up and Welcome to the Jungle. Love that song. Do I like it more? Yeah, I'll probably go right there. I actually really like that song. Pretty Tied Up's great. Back Off Bitch is great. But Locomotive, I like it in the fact it starts off with one song and then halfway through it completely changes. So Fine. It's all right. It's there. Baby, it looks so fine. A Duff McKagan song written or sung song, I believe. So that's where that goes. Estranged. Hmm. I want to say in between The Garden and Mr. Brownstone for me. Yeah, love this song as Slash's guitar playing on this is fantastic. These whole records like Slash's guitar playing is what really drags me into them. And Izzy Stradlin as well. Like I think the rhythm section to these are pretty good. Um, it's not going to be like over the top like progressive rock or anything, but for what it is, like just rock and roll in general, like I and I have to say, the whole talking to yourself and nobody's home. I, there's just something about the song that's always really spoken to me. Yeah, great song. You Could Be Mine. For me, in between Pretty Tied Up and Welcome to the Jungle. Really like that song. Looking at this, it's amazing how much of this album I like. Didn't ever expect it. Don't Cry, the alternative version. I'll put it in between Live and Let Die and Knocking on Heaven's Door. For me, I like the alternative version more than the original. My World, Welcome to my world. It's a social psychotic state. It's an F. Since I don't have you from Now We're Into the Spaghetti Incident, a bunch of covers. I remember this song. It was in the Guns N' Roses book I was talking about for My Michelle. Like it more than that. Like more. Probably put it. Dust and Bones more like that more. Probably put it in between Yesterday and Reckless Life. New Rose. I want to say I want to put it here. Like, it's trying to remember some of these. Like, to be honest, I haven't listened to this album in a really, really long time. Some of these songs I remember. Some of them it's like okay. Down on the Farm, I remember not liking this at all. I'm Human Being is there. Raw Power, it's there. Ain't It Fun? Say probably there. Buick McCain, Big Dumb Sex. Cover of a T-Rex and some other. I want to say Chili Peppers for some reason. Buick, Buick, Buick McCain, will ya? Buick McCain, will ya be my good? Trying to figure out where the heck I want to put this because it's like it's so easy right next door to Hell. I like more. Just trying to say if I was putting in a thing of like top songs, like would this make like a greatest hit? Like this would be like your masterpieces. It's not in this. This is kind of like would make a greatest hits compilation for me. No, this is kind of like the fringe of the greatest hits. Probably put it in between Don't Cry and Knocking on Heaven's Door. I think it's actually one of the strongest songs on there. Hair of the Dog. Oh man. This is where it gets really hard. These next two albums is where it gets really, really hard. I think this could work. There's just something about it I'm not a huge fan of. Probably between Don't Damn Me and Bad Apples. Attitude. Probably between So Fine and Shotgun Blues. Black Leather. This one, I can't put this anywhere because I don't remember it. So I'm probably just gonna put it at the end here just because it's not ringing a bell. Can't put your arms around a memory. Where to put this? Kind of put it in between Shotgun Blues and Double Talk and Jive. I don't care about you. Look at your game, girl. This one I just have vaguely no clue of. So I'm gonna put it in D. I don't want to put anything down here unless I know it's really bad. So that's kind of where I am. Oh my god, from the End of Days soundtrack. I could be wrong, but I believe this is when Buckethead kind of entered the band. I could be wrong. But at the beginning. I remember for some reason not hating it. I just for some reason it's like I wouldn't put it over some of these. But Chinese Democracy, it's okay. Oh, where to put Chinese Democracy? No, I don't want to put it in F. It's not an F song. Probably put it above New Rose. I don't hate the song. I'll be honest. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's bad. It's just kind of, I think, kind of like the album. It's just kind of underwhelming. Shackler's Revenge. I've never, or as a buddy pointed it out to me, it's virtually a Mudvayne ripoff song. So that's where that goes. Better. It's better, but it's there. Street of Dreams. I like the song a lot. For me, oh, do I like it more than that? I remember liking Street of Dreams, but then I started thinking about it. It's like, yeah, I like it more than that, like more than that, like more than that. Yeah, I like more than that. Probably at the beginning of C. Oh, I thought I'd really like that song more. Guess not. If the World, put it in D. It's not familiar for me. There was a time. Some reason I remember I like it more, I think, than that one. Catcher in the Rye was never a huge fan of. Scraped, another one I was never a huge fan of, kind of in that area. Raiding the Bedouins, that's there. Sorry, I love this song. Once again, like Street of Dreams, how much do I like it? To hell with the pressure, I'm not caving in. For some reason, I like this song, I think. More than that, 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 but I don't think as much as that. Probably put in C. IRS never cared for this song much. Like it's not an F, but it's definitely like kind of there. Madagascar once again never cared for the song. This I love, probably the best song on this album. Ooh. Yeah, I'll probably put it there in between Mama Kid and Live and Let Die. Prostitute, another song I didn't like. Yeah, put it between actually Black Leather. I can't necessarily put it there because like I said, these two like I don't I vaguely remember. Now you get to the new Guns N' Roses stuff with Slash and them in it and Absurd. It's it's sad to say, but Absurd, Hard School. I remember listening to this stuff and being like, "What the heck is this?" This one, I have no idea what the heck it is, but I know I listen, or I don't think I listened to this, so I'm definitely not gonna put it there. Like, these 2 I actually did listen to and absolutely hate with a passion. The General, I remember I don't think I've heard this one either. That's kind of the sad part, like, the last 2 I haven't heard, so it's like I can't necessarily put them in F. But there is the Guns N' Roses Tearmaker. Uh, like I definitely say Who is there anything I would want to change with this before we start really getting into where certain stuff is? Okay, looking it over, I think I'm pretty good with this list so far. So for S tier, we got Rocket Queen, Coma, You're Crazy, Paradise City, Civil War, Patience, and Night Train. I usually think your S tier should have probably about 5 songs in it. This one has 6. So I still think that is like my top tier. This would be like no matter what they come on, I'm listening to them. A tier, this would be kind of like for me, like your greatest hits. They definitely make a greatest hits album. My Michelle, Used to Love Her, The Garden, Estranged, Mr. Brownstone, Locomotive, Back Off Bitch, Pretty Tied Up, You Could Be Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, Move to the City, Breakdown, 14 Years, November Rain, Bad Obsession. On to B tier, this would be kind of, I guess, like your kind of hidden gems in a way. Anyway, you got Out to Get Me, It's So Easy, Right Next Door to Hell, One in a Million, Mama Kin, This I Love, Live and Let Die, Don't Cry, Buick McCain, Big Dumb Sex, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Anything Goes, Dead Horse, Nice Boys, Don't Cry the Original, and Sweet Child of Mine. And I'm going to be flat out honest. The reason why Sweet Child of Mine and Don't Cry and Live and Let Die are on here, well, that version of Don't Cry and Live and Let Die is in this category, is because I think these songs, A, got massively overplayed, or like Live and Let Die or Knocking on Heaven's Door, there's faults I find in them. Uh, Not that it was a terrible thing. I prefer the McCartney. It's just one of those things I've heard McCartney sing it so much that it's kind of like my first impression of it. And Knocking on Heaven's Door, I think, goes on way, way, way too long. And I think the or OG version of Don't Cry, I don't think is as good as the alternate. Onto the C tier, you got Street of Dreams, Don't Damn Me, Hair of the Dog, Bad Apples, You're Crazy, Dust and Bones, Sorry, Reckless Life, Since I Don't Have You, Yesterday, Think About You, Chinese Democracy, New Rose, So Fine, Attitude, Shotgun Blues, You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory, Double Talk and Jive, There Was a Time, Shadow of Your Love, Better, and Raiding the Bedouins. D, this is where I kind of feel like the skip button if these songs come on. Uh, and the reason why, some might say for me, Sweet Child of Mine and some of those songs would be like in skip, but I don't think they're terrible songs. These are like what this is kind of the what were you thinking category. If the world, oh my god, human being, Catcher in the Rye, Raw Power, You Ain't the First, Ain't It Fun, Perfect Crime, Scrape, Garden of Eden, IRS, Prostitute, Madagascar, Black Leather, I Don't Care About You, Look at Your Game Girl, whatever the heck this is, can't read it, The General. And then F is like, I hate these songs. Shackler's Revenge, Down on the Farm, Absurd, Hard School, Get in the Ring, My World. So that's my list there. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me on this journey. I have to say, I did not expect like kind of how this turned out, especially looking at it, because I'm like, it's very I would say, at least from looking at it, that the first 2 albums, I'd say there's nothing worse than a C. But once you get to like Use Your Illusions 1, you get a D in there. I'm shocked Use Your Illusions 2. Well, actually, I can't say that. Yeah, I'm kinda shocked my feelings on Use Your Illusions 2 having 2, what I'd say, quote, unquote, "F songs" in that. Uh, like I said, I'm shocked kind of that where some of the spaghetti incident ended up, and same with the Chinese Democracy. But I think what really shocked me is, like, these 2 songs are horrible, and they're, like, the new stuff, so I'm really kind of, hmm. But, yeah, I'll definitely say if you're looking to get in Guns N' Roses, I'd say stop after Use Your Illusions. Yeah, you can't really say to 1.5 because it's like you get, I believe it could be You Could Be Mine, Don't Cry, the alternate version, and then My World is, like, the ending of that album. Yeah, but definitely Spaghetti Incident, covers album, and then you get, Chinese Democracy. I think I don't think it's a terrible album. I just think it's one of those where, we definitely have to kinda look at it as I think it's been an album, I'll admit it right here, I haven't listened to, like, these last 2 in a while. Like, I think when was the last time I listened to Chinese Democracy? It has to be 10 years. Like, it's not an album I go back to. I think it's better than I remember, but I remember being not that I was expecting much out of it, but I even remember being like, I think there's good songs in there, some of them, but I think as a whole, it's pretty weak. But anyway, that's my thoughts and opinions. That's my Guns N' Roses song tier list. I hope you guys like it. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button for you that have made it through the whole thing. I did. Some might say I suffered through this, even though I think their first 4 albums were pretty good. I will, like I said, if I never hear Spaghetti Incident or Chinese Democracy again, I'm fine with that. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Really does mean a lot. This is me here signing out. Peace.